Hi everybody, so today I am going to be baby free and I'm going to be planting some music garlic out in the garden. This will be the second time I've planted garlic, but the first time that I've ever planted music garlic. And one of the big reasons why I am planting this is because it's a hardneck variety and I really want to have the garlic scapes to utilize. Another reason is this variety of garlic has generally 4 to 6 large cloves, so I don't have to get through all those little baby cloves when I'm cooking. And let's face it, as a busy mom of 5, that is just an extra step that I'm hoping to not have to do while I'm cooking. And we absolutely love to eat garlic as much as possible. So this is, like I said, a hardneck variety, and generally you have to have longer days. I'm kind of in the middle, so this is kind of an experiment. We'll see how well this goes, if I get big bulbs or not. You'll see here that I'm actually kind of tending to the bed at the same time my kids had dumped a bunch of excess dirt in my beds for me, and so I'm just kind of spreading it out as I'm laying out the garlic cloves that I'm going to be planting. And I'm also baby free. Baby is actually taking a nap in the house. I have the monitor out of video, but the kids are in the house watching TV, and so I got to do this in about 15 minutes. So it was kind of nice to be out in the sun and just getting my hands dirty again while my 3-week-old is asleep in the house. So this is being done almost mid-November. Today is Veterans Day. It's November 11th. And my first frost is not until, I believe, middle of December. So I have about 30-ish days. And so that'll give this time for it to get rooted and get kind of settled in. I will be mulching this once the garlic starts to pop up through the soil. And I'm doing this about 2 to 3 inches apart, and I'm doing it on either side of the drip line. We are in Northern California and we do not get rain too often like other places, so I'm just erring on the side of caution and making sure that they'll be getting adequate water. Generally, for planting garlic, you're going to want to make sure that you have loose soil. Some of this that I have is loose, but some of it is not. And so you see the little tool I'm using it. I call it my little jackhammer. The kids love to use it. And I'm kind of just loosening up the soil if I need to as I'm planting the bulbs. And you do want to make sure that you are putting it the root side down with the little pointy end coming up. One of the reasons that I was not able to get that picture for you guys, or just that little bit of video, is because, as you can imagine, I'm really trying to get this done before my 3-week-old newborn wakes up. This has really been my first time getting out here by myself without him being worn, and I was just a little eager and excited. I chose this particular garden bed for my garlic because it is going to be in full sun, and in the winter we all know that we have less daylight hours, and garlic still needs about 6 to 8 or more, especially for the hardneck varieties, to bulb up. And this one, I don't know if you can tell by the bed behind me, but it still is overgrowing with a lot of things. I think it's mostly the holly basil, and I've left it for the bees. And then on the back end of this is regular basil. I don't remember the exact variety, but it will die off with the frost. And then what's in the front part of this is my ever invading golden berries from my bright idea to have planted golden berries in my garden bed, but I digress. So this is the best option for me right now, to just kind of dive in and get it done. And like I said, it was only about 15 minutes for me to do this, which is amazing. So if I can get out into the garden and make time for this, really anybody can, being a busy mom who homeschools and who has a newborn and who has 4 other children to tend to besides homeschooling and cooking from scratch and everything. You're going to take this 15 minutes seriously. and utilize it and do as much as possible. I can tell you one thing is for sure, that this really did me some good, getting out in the sun by myself, hands in the dirt. The endorphins that kick in and just take away any potential baby blues that myself or anybody else could be having. This is probably my best recommendation for any kind of antidepressant, natural antidepressant, especially in the winter time when we're all feeling stuck indoors from either rain or snow, and especially with having less daylight hours, we all tend to kind of feel a little secluded and stuffed up and cooped up and everything. So this really did do me some good here today. Even as I'm doing this voiceover and watching myself do this, it kind of makes me have a little happy feeling seeing myself out in the sun, if that makes any kind of sense. I was very sure that if I did not do this, and if I could not get into the garden to have anything planted for the fall and winter, that I would regret it. And having done this, I know I made the right choice to push myself. And I do highly recommend, even if you're just going to do a little pot of herbs or something that you can watch grow and tend to over the winter, I highly recommend it. I hope to have a updated garden tour for you up in the next couple days, so like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.